Yes, I'm bouncing on a mini trampoline. And no, it's not just for fitness. Moving like this helps me to clear my mind, to release the stress and the physical anxiety that can build up in your nerves. And it helps me to focus. It's how I process in my life. And maybe if you're like me, you think better when your body's in motion. I find that it's a lot more fun to be able to walk and listen to a podcast, be able to drive and listen to a book, than just to sit there and be sedentary like in a classroom. I can't do that anymore. And if you're in midlife, you probably get it. We don't want to just sit and be talked at. We like to be able to move through things, to process, to feel alive, and to be active in what we're doing. That's why I'm sharing these conversations with you while you work out. So you're making a full body investment in yourself over the next 10 minutes. You're moving physically, which is wonderful, but then you're also working on your mental and emotional well being with our conversations. And I also want to let you know that if you can't get on YouTube some days, you can catch these episodes. I'm starting to turn some of the episodes, not all of them, into a podcast so you can take me on your next walk, drive, or join the conversation wherever you are. And if you're new here, you might be wondering, why do I have these conversations while bouncing, while being on a rebounder? Why talk and bounce? Well, because it's about more than just fitness. That's kind of how it started for me, but it's evolved from there. Because what it's become is this is a way for us to maximize our time. You can bounce and listen, just like I listen to podcasts all the time when I'm at the gym. So this channel isn't just about rebounding, it's about reconnecting. It's about what happens when you start moving again, physically, emotionally, and mentally. After a season where you can feel stuck, where you might feel heavy or disconnected from yourself, I hope that these conversations will inspire you. Because if you've ever looked around at your life that you've built and you've thought, when did I stop feeling like me? You're not alone. Midlife has a way of sneaking up on all of us, leaving us feeling out of sorts or even stuck or burnt out. You're still capable. You're still a very powerful woman. You're still showing up. You're still holding things together. But inside, you can feel really just the quiet burnout, is what I call it. The pressure, the fatigue, and the questions that don't seem to go away. Like, is this all there is? Is this all I'm capable of? Can I be doing more? But I don't feel aligned right now. I feel out of sorts and I really don't want to do anything. Like, it's like such a combination of feelings and emotions going through you. So I created this space and these conversations because I know how easy it is to lose your sense of self, especially if you've been caring for a lot of other people, including your work, your family, your commitments for so long. What I've learned, both personally as a mom, as a wife, as just a woman going through and navigating life, and as a certified life coach, is that healing begins with awareness. The thoughts that we think create a lot of how we feel, and how we feel does drive our actions. The things that we are willing to do or not willing to do comes from how we feel about it. You understand this, yes? There are things that make you feel nervous, and so you back off, and things that you feel excited about, you go do. All that is based on a feeling. So you're ultimately creating the results that you have in life dependent on how you're feeling, which is dependent on how you're thinking. So around here, we want to begin by noticing. And we notice what we're thinking. We notice how we're feeling. We notice what we keep saying yes to and what it costs us, because some decisions do cost us more than others. So, awareness is the first step towards creating the change in your life. And that's what I'm here to share with you. The small but powerful mindset shifts in just 10 minutes that can help you to start moving actively in your life. And moving actively, yes, physically on the rebounder, but also mentally and emotionally, getting out of that stuck state, getting out of burnout. The awareness, the insights, the reminders that open your eyes and make you say, oh, okay, that's why I'm feeling this way. I see now and I can change this. That's powerful stuff, friend. So I'm showing up here every day for 10 minutes a day. That's a part of my year-end strength challenge. That's my commitment to myself that I will do this, and I hope that you're joining me along. Now, that may not sound like much, but it has the ability to add up to make a big difference in your life. These short daily conversations are a way for you to slow down and check in with yourself, not to add more to your list, but to make space for you, make space for your dreams, make space for your full potential. I'm not here to hand you a plan and tell you, go do this to live your best life. You've been managing things and showing up. You know how to be responsible. What I am here to do is to help you just to notice your thoughts, notice how you feel, and notice what you're thinking. Noticing what's been running quietly in the background, either distracting you, draining your energy, or keeping you from being your best self. And maybe it's even coming from within you. It doesn't have to be external factors. Because when you start to pay attention, then you can create awareness and then things can start to make sense. You start realizing that burnout isn't just about doing too much, it's about carrying things that you were never meant to hold this long, including your feelings. And you start recognizing the difference between the life that looks fine on the outside and having one that actually feels aligned, whole body, spirit. That's the awareness we're working towards here. And yes, we can do that in just 10 minutes a day. It's not flashing, it's not instantaneous, but over time, these shifts in how you think, how you show up for yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you value who you are, that's what I love most about this space. The consistency of us showing up every day to have these kind of talks, the chance for you to check in every day and to hear something that encourages you, that supports you, and leaves you a little more grounded than when you started. There comes a point when the awareness will click in, friend. When you start to see things more clearly, maybe that's just one thing at a time. Maybe it's like a big burst. You just don't know when you're going to have that awakening moment and you're going to realize some of the things you've been saying to yourself. And collecting these little insights over time, they can really help you to develop into the next evolution of who you're going to be going into the next stage of life. But knowing something and living it are two different things. You know that. That's where coaching can come in. Coaching is the active work. It's taking what you're learning here and putting it into application. It's a safe space for you to talk and to vent and to get it all out. And also have a fresh perspective, having somebody hearing what you're saying in all your honesty and being able to give you feedback and helping you to create that awareness so you can actually discover what it is you're saying to yourself. It's where you can slow down and actually uncover beneath the surface, beneath the I'm fine emotions, and find the true thoughts and beliefs and stories that are repeating inside of you, holding you back. And it's not about coming at it with judgment. If you've watched this channel for any length of time, you know I'm always saying release the comparison, release the judgment. Let's learn how to be kinder to ourselves because it's about creating the awareness, and we can't create awareness if we're judging ourselves. We need to take a look at our lives with open reflection, open kindness, so that we can invite our mind and our body to release what it's been saying without fearing that we're going to attack it. So these daily videos are a great way to start, and I'm so excited that you're here. There's awareness that you can develop right here with these messages. Coaching just takes that awareness and turns it up a notch or a few notches. It's the difference between knowing you want to feel better and actually doing the work that takes you there. It's the difference between talking about your life and changing your life. So the same way I use the rebounder here to release tension and reset my focus, coaching helps you to do that on the inside. It's the mental and emotional reset that lets you finally feel aligned again. And everything I share here, whether it's a 10 minutes bounce, a short reflection, or the books that I've written, it's all meant to help you meet you right where you're at, that you don't need to fix everything, figure it all out in order to get started. You can start right where you're at. It's about showing up for yourself, even for just these 10 minutes a day. Create the momentum that drives you forward. And momentum, friend, that's what's going to bring your clarity. Some days, you're just going to want to listen. And that's great. And that's a small win. Enjoy it. Other days, you might feel a shift and encouragement to take action because that message really speaks to you. I'm going to do an even better job about sharing some personal stories and some antidotes, just different things to help you to see yourself in the conversations that we're having so you know you're not alone and you can keep opening up, developing that awareness, because this is where the change begins. Not in big leaps, but in the small daily steps of awareness, the small actions you're taking to build your self-trust. And I'll be right here bouncing, talking, sharing, and reminding you of what's possible. Happy bouncing, friend.